guys, and welcome to Bomb Anime. It's your girl,
Ruka.
and Big Boy Summer here, bringing you another episode of Paranoia Ages. You know what it is. Let's get right into it.
So today we've got a really strange episode. It's all about Sarada, the person we really wouldn't have thought it was about because he's so pathetic. But it turns out that he loses his complete mind and goes on a spree that none of us expected.
Kind of saw it coming. I mean, let's be honest, he wasn't really treated well, was he? And you could tell he was a bit of a weirdo, innit? So, obviously he was going to cap every single person.
So, you're saying people were not very nice to him, but that was not my experience of his character. Sarada was constantly making really bad mistakes that ruined a lot of people's time, a lot of people's efforts. People spent hours doing certain aspects of putting the show together, and he would ruin it in a few moments. And instead of even saying sorry, all he can say is, it's not my fault, it's really your fault. You somehow are at fault for me ruining that. Why should I bother apologize to you? He was extremely insincere. He was quite narcissistic. He was hopeless. And I don't even frankly know why they hired him and had him employed for such a long period of time when he didn't do his job. He didn't notify people about deadlines. He ruined people's work. He ruined several people's work during this time. They had a right to be angry.
He took it a step further with them as well, to be fair. He ruined their work, then he ruined their lives. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, and he felt like he was so justified in what he was doing.
He was a walking, talking Miley Cyrus. He just came in like a wrecking ball the whole time. Like,
Really?
I'm proud of that. I don't care. I'm proud. But jokes aside, back to your point. Why was he there for so long? I mean, like, Jesus. Look at him.
And then when he gets fired, he has the nerve to go and kill everyone. And then take the finished product that they had to spend so much extra time on because of him. They didn't go home to their families because of him. And now they're really never going to go back to see their families because of him. And then he doesn't even own up to it in that moment. He goes and kills himself as well.
I mean, let's look at the flip side. He got the kind of closure loads of people would like to get from their jobs.
No,
seriously, hear me out. You got a boss that's peeing you off. You got co-workers who aren't nice to you. All you're trying to do is help. And clearly, everything you do, they don't see. I mean, I'm with him on part of it. Kidding. I love my job. Please don't fire me. Love you, YouTube.
At the end, we found out, obviously, that we were seeing a lot of flashbacks in between the present and what had happened, and he kept blacking out. We saw a lot of back and forth. But I started to wonder how much other things he intentionally was sabotaging. Because at one point, the writer had gotten into an accident, and then the director was trying to look for another writer, and then Sarada was like, oh, but you said last week you couldn't find another writer. And then he acted like, what's the matter? But he must have known that. He wasn't unintelligent from what I could see. He wasn't unintelligent. He was just useless, pathetic, and incompetent. So I feel like he was doing things on purpose to sabotage anyone who he felt wronged him. So he felt like the colour specialist had wronged him by something that she had said. And so he didn't tell her about the deadline until it was literally the day of the deadline. He was trying to sabotage the whole thing. He didn't even want it to come out.
I kind of understand why he was so tired while driving, though. I mean, like, look at the day he had. He lost his job, then he had to go and fix a couple of people, then he had to run away with the tape. It was a tough day, innit? Anyone will be, okay with falling asleep at the wheel under those circumstances, right?
I can't believe you. I think through the episode about 6 people died.
Yeah, something like that.
About 6 people died. And what really stuck with me was how no one cared about anything bad that was happening to anyone else. When the writer crashed, they were just like, oh, well, as long as he can use his hands, then it doesn't really matter. It's fine. And then they found out he was paralyzed from his arms down, including his fingers, which I thought was funny because it's obviously not true. Which actually Shinjiro immediately said what we were all thinking. Maybe he just wanted to run away. But when that happened, they just didn't care. Then when everyone in the office was killed, nobody cared. When Sarada died at the end, no one cared. All they cared about was this product, getting this product out, which I assume was to make money from this product. Even Sakiko's boss came in knowing that they were being worked to the bone. And what does he bring in? Maromi head pillows because he knows they might have to work late at night. Like, what a joke. Do you think they want to see any more of this effing Maromi? All they're doing is living, eating, breathing, sleeping this thing. What made him think that these effing pillows were a good idea? Like, no, I would have actually sparked him. Like, I would.
Wow, Ruka, wow. Done. You would have sparked his jaw out, yeah?
Done.
On the floor, he's dead, yeah.
No, not dead. What?
I'm just saying, you were
no, come on. Chill out.
1-2 combo. He takes the 6
No.
or you take the rest.
What?
You go to Maromi's office and finish the job.
No.
Jesus. Calm down, girl. It's alright. It's alright. It's not you, fam.
No, I'm just saying that if he had brought me, I would have ripped that freaking head off that doll. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Nonchalance for anyone's peace of mind, anyone's life, anything. No one cared about anything. But this product, selling this, getting this thing out there.
So there's this thing I've been noticing about the paranoia agents. They try the episodes. They try to give you a little bit of a social commentary of some sort. Something that you might take away as a sort of lesson. Because like right now we've gone from the main story to like fable type stories now. And I'm guessing it's going to be this way towards the end. And the takeaway I can take away from this episode is a meta commentary on how it's like to be an anime creator. These are probably the inner thoughts or the way that it looks or the appearance of being an anime creator, no matter what department you're in, no matter what part. I mean, we saw it with Sakuriko's office in the beginning. We're seeing it with these animators now. The only people that are chilled are the ones that happen after the creation of the show. And even they are on the phone saying, where is this product? Are you going to be here in half an hour? So everybody's stressed. Everybody doesn't care about no one else because they got so much. And when you've got this bumbling idiot, this buffoon in the office, making everyone's life worse, this is the only outcome that can occur from that. I wonder if the studio who made this got rid of someone around that time.
Well, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Yeah, I'm not touching that one at all. What I have started to see in these episodes as well, like another running theme, is that Shonen Bat is now Happy Diwali, everyone! If we can hear fireworks, that is everyone having a great celebration on this lovely evening.
Yeah, man, the Festival of Light is really something that we need to all appreciate. And especially in these start times in 2020, I'm all here for it. And as my Fire Force people would say, latte.
Oh, come on. So what I've noticed is that Shonen Bat is the devil.
Oh.
He's that figure that you blame everything on when you don't want to take responsibility for any of your actions. I'm not saying everyone, obviously, this is not on a religious standpoint. This is more on a societal side of things, not the religious side, if that makes sense. Everyone will talk about the devil or a demon or a spirit, regardless of whether that is their religion. So I'm not touching the actual religion side of things, just want to clear that up.
But whoa, do you know how it sounds?
I know how it sounds, but just so everyone knows, it's not the religious side. We're not talking about the religion over here. We're just talking about how society in general, I'm going to say Western society in general, talks about like the devil. So instead of instead of people owning up to the things that they've done, they'll say like, oh, the devil did it. And you see it here, like when it wasn't the writer, someone else couldn't come into their job, and they said, oh, I wish Shonen Bat had decided to take someone less competent. It's not Shonen Bat.
Yeah.
It's a person issue, and because they're desperately removing responsibility from themselves so much, it's so easy to then place the blame at something else's feet that is out of your control. Oh, it's Shonen Bat, like it's nothing to do with us, we didn't do that.
You know what, I get you, and I was kind of thinking you were synonymous with death, not the devil. Do you get what I mean? But even in, I don't know, in my language, I would not English is my language. I say, the universe didn't permit.
Yeah.
It's that blame that justifies your current state of affairs. There's a salesperson's technique that I know of that says that if someone tells you that they're broke, they're just trying to justify them not wanting to be a part of this without just coming out and saying, nah, I'm not for this. So it's that kind of mentality. And I get it. I mean, yeah, you're right. Because as I deep it more, I'm kind of thinking, yeah, you know what, Ruka, you got it bang on, bro. Because even though he turns up when people are deaded, that's not who he is. Because yeah, even the last episode, ETC, he was to blame for every single story, all the stories. Even at the end, Shonen Bat got me. Did he get you, bro? Did Shonen Bat get you? Didn't you say, Ruka, that you weren't convinced that it could have been Shonen Bat or not?
Definitely wasn't convinced that he was hit by Shonen Bat. I was just convinced that was what she heard.
Yeah, so it's for once, Shonen Bat literally took the back seat in this episode because it was about a guy who wasn't happy with his lot in life, wasn't good enough to be where he wanted to be, tried his best but was failing, wanted to be the hero, became the villain, and ended up dying in the middle of the rain.
That's the thing as well. So in the beginning of the episode, Sarada had the finished tape next to him, or the finished copy of the series next to him in his car. And he said the whole world is counting on me. But at the end of the episode, when we saw him actually taking the tapes, he spoke to the person on the phone who was waiting on the same tapes, and he said, I'll get the last laugh, which I felt like he wasn't going to give them the tapes, but he obviously ended up dying and they got it anyway. What was the world counting on him for? He was so deluded.
Yeah, that's your point, remember your point about how everybody's a little bit tapped. And then they get involved with this Shonen Bat thing because no one takes responsibilities and everyone's tapped. Welcome to Paranoia Agent, the show. Like literally, you sussed it in 2 sentences, bro.
And the whole time he felt that he was being hounded by Shonen Bat. The first time we actually saw Shonen Bat in the episode, Sarada didn't see him. He was being stalked by Shonen Bat in his head this entire time. So obviously, he felt backed into a corner himself. And I wonder if it was because he had ended up killing everyone, and obviously he's coming to the realization that you can't just kill that many people and have no consequences for it. And of course, the coward that he is, he never confronted anything that he did. He never accepted responsibility for any of the wrong that he did, including the wrong that he did to all these people in taking away their lives. And for what?
Just to die alone in the middle of the street
in the
while
rain.
it's raining.
I think that the people at the end of it, at the end of this thing, all those who have these interactions with Shonen Bat are using him as their way out. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Peace.